let's talk a bit about Arsenal. We focus so much on Newcastle, and I know I asked at the top of the show, title aspirations, but if City are victorious later today, it's 8 points. If Liverpool are victorious, it's 7 points. Even if Villa are victorious, that's 3 points. That's how far ahead all three teams could be if they win their matches later today ahead of Arsenal. It's a big ask. I mean, can Arsenal even afford to lose another game all season long?
I think sometimes we can get carried away with, because of the standard that's been set, I think we can always get a little bit carried away with, oh, you can't lose any more games, or that's it, the season's over. Like, every team in the Premier League now, the standard's very high. Yeah. It's very hard to win matches of football. And, you know, I still believe that Arsenal are going to be a part of this title race. Things change. You know, injuries happen. Form happens. And I think, you know, we're in, like, just the start of November. And, you know, you've got that Christmas period where it's like back-to-back games. There is so much to happen until, you know, as they always say, once kind of like February, March starts, then you have a look at where you are then in the league. So I've got no doubt that Arsenal are going to be there or thereabouts. Yeah. You know, they're a good team. It feels like a blip. You know, I thought against Liverpool last week, they were very good. It feels like a very bad performance they just need to put to bed very quickly. So they'll be there.
Yeah. It's just that City has set the standards so high. I mean, not too long ago they said
City were there last year. Last year, City were 8 points behind Arsenal at some point. They've been more at times. Yeah. So it kind of happens. Sometimes I think if you're the chaser, it might free them up a little bit. Arsenal have always been looking behind them going, oh, God, we have to win, we have to win. For once, they're going to be going, well, let's try and catch them.
Yeah, and you know, people will probably write them off. A lot of people will probably write them off now if it becomes 8 points and 7 points, and they might just enjoy that. It might just take a little bit of pressure off. And I think the most important thing for Arsenal now is just start to string some good performances together, win some football matches, and just see where it takes you over the next few weeks. Don't look too far ahead, as JJ said. You know, there'll be plenty of twists and turns, but I think the big thing for them is getting their own house in order, start performing well, and start winning some football matches.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating race. And let's not forget Liverpool in the equation too. Arne Slot, brilliant start to life at Anfield and Merseyside for him, so can't wait to see how it all pans out across the entire season. I want to ask you though, so as I press play in some of Arsenal's chances here, are they a little bit too reliant on Saka? You know, you said there's lots of creativity, but everything seems to go through him.
Look, I don't think you can be too reliant on him. I think what's happening with Saka at the minute, and he's done brilliantly there creating that chance, is, you know, he had that nice little triangle working last year when he had Ben White, Ødegaard dropping into a little pocket, and it creates so much space when you have those players occupying in those areas. And today, as I said, because of the job that on that side Lewis Hall and Joe Linton did so well, he had no space. He's having to go by 2 or 3 players each time to try and do something. We said if they're going to score, it's going to be a set piece. It was going to be a set piece. It was going to be a set piece, and it was just one of those games, one of those moments for Arsenal where it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, I think the best chance fell to Declan Rice late on, and that was from getting the ball wide, sticking it in the box and getting people going attacking it. I think this might be the one here. Is it? No.
No. It was a bit later, wasn't it?
But Declan Rice makes the box and gets on the end of something and should have scored, really. But for me, that was the only.
This is it.
That was the only one I'd say was a chance, really.
Yeah, this is the one. Declan Rice, back post, got to do better.
Yeah, got to score.
Yeah, gets ahead of his man. Then he's got to.
Like that's what I'm talking about, mixing the game up. First half, they'd have been coming in there trying to link, play, nice little passes, stick it in the box and ask questions of Newcastle's back line.
Even shots.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, did I see any shots from outside the box even?
None that really required a save to be made.
Do you know what I mean?
Pope had some crosses to deal with. They were trying to block him from getting to crosses. I think someone's saying hi to you there.
Hello, mate. Kieran. See you later, everybody.
Kieran Trippier, by the way, in case you're wondering. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. No, all it was just, in terms of them mixing up their game today, you want to see strikes from the edge of the box. Yeah, put a few crosses in. Then Saka might go, actually, I'm going to run at you. And look, again, I don't want to go over the top with Arsenal because for me personally, I think it's one game and it's one bad game. But it's just something they do need to address and look at and go, okay, right, we are missing our most creative player in Martin Ødegaard. We need to figure out a way to free Saka up, because people are just going to double up on him and make life, tough for him. So what do we now do to give him space to do what he does best? Because today he got completely nullified.
Well, the reason I'm bringing up Saka perhaps being too overused at times is he can get tired. Sages last season, it felt like they had to play him, and maybe he could have used a break, maybe he could have used a rest, maybe he could have come off a little bit early or not started a game.
I'm not so sure they've got anyone to go out there and do what he does.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
because he's that good.
Yeah, as I said, that started the show. I think he's Arsenal's go-to man. He's been arguably the most important player the last couple of years for these and for England, and they just haven't got anyone to go out there who gives them that same impetus, and that's a worry.
But the other thing is he's always getting kicked as well, you know?
That is the job. That is the job.
That's what fullbacks do when you're a good winger, you know. They don't just let you go by them.
Exactly, you've got to find a way.
You know what I mean? They find a way to stop you, and that's what they do, don't they? That's, you know, Saka's a top level winger. Fullbacks are going to kick you every now and then.
He'll relish this as well, by the way. Like, you know, if you go through the generations at Arsenal Football Club, they've always had, you know, a main man at the football club who does the business. And from an attacking point of view, Saka's the main man. So, he has been, by the way, grabbing that challenge and taking it, you know, to the Premier League and to all the teams in it. Yeah. And arguably today, he was still their best player,
he was.
By the way.
He still creates Declan Rice's chance. He sticks the one across the box where no one's on the move. He just is. He's Arsenal's best player. He's the only one that looks like he's going to create something at the minute.
It's just that murmurs last year that he was actually playing through injury. That's a
fair play to him. Fair play to him. That, again, as a footballer, a lot of the times you're never at 100%.
Yeah,
you're never at 100%. So, and as you said earlier, he's getting kicked left, right, and centre. So he's going to have a swollen ankle. He's going to have a tight quad or a tight hamstring or whatever. But he looks after himself. He's young enough at the minute to recover quicker as well. You know, he's a good lad from what I hear in terms of, like I said, how he treats his body and the recovery and so on and so forth. You know, he's all right. He's going out there and taking the game to people, and I think he's an unbelievable player, and we're absolutely so lucky to watch him every week.